Hi everyone to Tech Safari and welcome to the Coding Safari Java and Android. So first off, in this video we're going to see about if statements. So we'll open our default Android Studio project, and here we're just gonna close that window there. And so if statements are used to check if a particular condition is true, and if that is true we're going to perform some function on that or some method, and if it's not then we're going to write some other piece of code that's going to run. So we have three statements in if statements: if, else statements, if else statements. So an if statement is used to check if the first condition is true. If we have to check if an other condition is true, we could also use else if. It would check if the first condition is not true, then it would check if the second condition is true, and if the second condition is not true, you could give 3, 4, 5, and infinitely many conditions. And if all of these conditions are also not true, then it's going to run the else command that we could specify or we could not. If we do not specify an else command, then it would just not do anything. Yeah, an else statement is used to write a chunk of code to be performed when the condition doesn't return true. So else if statements, as I said, are used to check in other condition if the first if statement or the first if statement returned false. We could have multiple else if statements. I could say if the first number is 1, else if the first number is 2, else if the first number equals to 3, else if the fourth number is equals to 4, or something like that. So I'm just going to define it here. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So it's going to perform some code for each and every if statement. It's like something like a branch of if statements, an else if statement. So let's define an if statement here. Um, First, I need a variable, two variables. I could okay, I'll just go for int user one score equals say 100. Yeah, the user is very good at playing games, so user score is 100. And next, the user two score is something, say he is much good at playing games than user one, so he has 250 points. So we'll just check if user one score is less than user two score, and if so then we're going to say let's just log it here, saying that okay, yeah, the user 1 has scored less points than user 2, or user 2 has secured more points than user 1, something like that. We could display it a message. Oh, I forgot to give a tag. I could say the thing to be leaderboard. Yeah, yeah, leaderboard is much fine. And semicolon at the end. And here I could also check if else if user 1 score equals to the user 2 score. If both of them have scored equal points, then I would say okay, it's a tie. User 2 and user 1 and user 2 have secured equal points. Yeah, I just need to delete that. So user 1 and user 2 have secured equal points, and next I could just finally I could give the else statement. That would be if user 1 score is greater than user 2 score. User 1 score is greater than user 2, because that is the only other option available. That only can be possible. There is no other condition that it can take up. So user 1 has secured more points than user 2. So presently it would go for the first if statement, because 100 is less than 250. It would return me user 2 has secured more points than user 1. And yeah, it has printed the same as expected. Now let's just rotate the sign. Let's yeah, user 1 has secured more points than user 2, because 250 is greater than 100. Now if I change the user 1 score to 250, it should say user 1 and user 2 have secured equal points. And yeah, as I said, it turned me the same. User 1 and user 2 have secured equal points. So that is how we write an if statement. Suppose if you wanted to check if a string was equals to another string, then that is somewhat little bit different. We need to go for one more method. We'll get to know about that. Say string my name is Manas Malla, and say another string to be my brother's name as Lakshit Malla. So I want to check if these both variables are equal. So I'm just going for a username check, and I'm going to check if these two usernames are equal or not equal. Yeah, the original username is that, but the entered value is this. Entered username was Lakshit Malla, so I'm going to check if these two are true or false, and do something accordingly. So I'll just check if my name. So I cannot use a double equal to sign here. It would give me an error as a null point exception. So we use the word dot matches or dot equal to. Both of them would do the same thing. So in the brackets here, I'm going to check if my name dot matches, and the thing I'm going to check, I want to check what do I want to check this my name to. That is my brother name here. And if so, then I'm going to say hello, and we'll do a string concatenation here. Yeah, hello user. Yeah, something like that. So most probably it shouldn't do that, because uh, both of them are different. As you can see, did not log mine out because both of them are different. Or I could write an else statement as uh, username mismatch. Yeah, please try again. I'll just say login, this one as well as login. Oh yeah, sorry, spelling mistake there. Now let's run the app, and this time we should have the yeah, username mismatch, please try again. So because it was different, if I changed it, it would say hello user. Say, oh yes, if I printed it minus Mala, then it would print me that. It would print me hello user. So that's much of if loops. Sorry, if statements. In the next video, we're going to get about for loops. Till then, bye, and I'll meet you in the next video.